Crabman here from Crabman Gaming. Today we'll be playing Cricket Captain 2020 and we're on to video 3 of my series with Australia. Now video 1 was 2 tests against Bangladesh and a T20 against Scotland, and video 2 was 3 T20s against England. I'd originally planned to make this a 10-part series, but I wanted the videos to be about half an hour long, and I realised yesterday once I'd played 3 T20s it was already 37 minutes long. So it might be 20 videos, it might be longer. I'm just going to see how I go with each playthrough. So today, this video will be 3 one-day internationals against England. Just played the the T20 series against England. That was really good fun. You could kind of see the result down there, but that's okay. Now, I haven't played a one-day international in this version yet, so I do have to pick my squad initially and see who's there. So what I do like to do is go to the previous year and see who is there or thereabouts. So really, Labuschagne, I'm going to pronounce his name correctly. They picked him in the one-dayers after the Ashes. Travis Head used to play one-dayers and then he got moved into the test team and he's been really out of the squad. So he might get back in. Short I like in, Carey I like in, Maxwell, Faulkner. The game really rates Faulkner, but last year he's barely played and really lost his first class contract as well. So I'm not going to pick Faulkner, but he might get back in. Richardson unfortunately dislocated his shoulder. We've got Stark, Cummins, Lyon and Zampa. Really Zampa has been doing a lot of bowling in the one-day format over Lyon. So let's add in a batter and I really want another all-rounder, so maybe let's add in a batter and an all-rounder. Let's see who has really good stats. Really, it's pretty stiff on Khawaja not to be there, but not a favourite player of Justin Langer. So even last year did average 50 in the one-day format, as did Shaun Marsh, but as he is getting on a bit, I might say, sorry Shaun Marsh, your time is done. So we are playing England. I will get Khawaja in as the spare bat, and I do like Stoinis, but he's not been great with the ball. But I might pick him because if I've got Short or Maxwell, they could bowl 5 each. I do like Agar as well. Alright, I think he's a good 3 format player. It's a high average to start with. Is there someone else? I would like Stoinis in. Is there someone I can get out? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's really tricky. It might be Lyon that misses out if I want Agar in because I won't need 3 spinners. Yeah, sorry. Oh, it's really, really tough. Do you know what I might do is just ease out Richardson because he's not going to get a bowl, and let's keep the spin bowling options open. Tough call in the game. When you play Cricket Captain, do you feel as guilty as I do when you drop a player or you don't select them for a squad? Because I'm always feeling guilty about not picking players or dropping players, and I really consider their feelings as they play, and I know that's silly because it's a game, but I really do sometimes think, oh, I can't drop this guy, what about his feelings? I just find it's funny, even though it's just data on a screen, but I feel bad for people. I feel bad for dropping Jai Richardson out of the squad. Maybe in the summer he can work his way in. Alright, first one-day international. Obviously England are the world champions after that amazing draw against New Zealand. Win off boundary countback, which was an incredible game. I was watching it and it was supposed to finish at about 2 or 3 a.m. and I think I was watching it till about 3:30 a.m. It was amazing. Just lucky I didn't have work the next day. Alright, less waffling, more picking the team. I quite like this. Warner, Finch, Smith, Labuschagne. I kind of want Maxwell at 5. I really want another batter here, so maybe I can have Agar in at 7, and then start coming Zampa Hazelwood, and that really balances out the side. I don't really want to back Carey at 7. That's a little bit low for him. He's kind of vying with Philippi for this spot here. I'm a big fan of Josh Philippi. Carey gets the spot at the moment. So I've got 3 formats and 3 keepers. Payne in the tests, Carey in the one-dayers, and Philippi in the T20s. Now, that's good because you've got a few overs you can have for Maxwell. Really, it's between Agar and Short to bat at 7. I'm going to go with Agar. Let's kick it off. All right, England, pretty similar to their T20 outfit, really. You got Johnny Bairstow, Jason Roy, Joe Root, Owen Morgan, Tom Banton comes in. Not sure who's keeping. Ben Stokes at 6, Joss Butler at 7, 3 keepers. Chris Wokes, Tom Curran, Jofra Archer, Mark Wood, who bowled really well in the T20 series. It is cloudy and the outfield's slow, but let's set a score for England. I still haven't seen any rain in this game. I've been playing it for about 8 hours now, and I still haven't seen any rain at all. Okay, as we're in the first match, I'll do highlights for the first 10 and the last 5. Otherwise, these videos do get a little bit long. Thanks for all your support so far. I've been a little bit overwhelmed by the amount of views these videos have gotten so far. It might not seem a lot if you look down and think, gee, that's not many views, but to me, I love every single view that I get, so I appreciate if you are watching these videos. And if you do enjoy the videos, flick through my channel because there are heaps of videos on there that aren't quite getting the love that Cricket Captain 2020 is receiving at the moment. Okay, less waffling. Oh, that's Plum from Finch. Wokes does tend to open the bowling for England, generally a swing bowler. Not super fast. Jofra Archer is very quick. I think England are over bowling him a little bit though. When he's playing test matches, they're repeatedly bowling him 6, 7, 8, 9 over spells, and he's going to break down. I think he has been injured over the past year, but he'll break down with a serious injury if they keep bowling him too much in all 3 formats. So they need to look after Jofra Archer as he is a talisman for them, just like Ben Stokes. That's a big snick. Warner's on his way. Okay, the best friend club, Smith and Labuschagne into bat. I think did he get a 90 or 100? No, he did get a one-day 100. I think it was against India. Let me have a look. So he just played 150 there. Who did he get the 100 against? Oh, against South Africa. I thought it was against India. Beautiful shot off the free hit for Smith. So what we do want here is Smith and Labuschagne to anchor the innings. It's an okay start, 2 for 52. We'll turn the highlights off. I quite like this aggression. We'll keep Labuschagne's down a little bit and just keep an eye on the bowlers. So Mark Wood did bowl really well. I don't think they have any spinners today. It's a little slow, so let's creep it up a little. Haven't used the 5th bowler, Smith LBW to Wood. Let's have a look at it. And typical Smith shuffling across the wicket and getting LB. I think Steve Smith gets LB quite often because he does step across and whip a lot of balls to the onside. Here comes Maxwell. He's got lots of overs to work with. Had a quick thought about sending in Carey. It's an interesting tactic that they haven't used the 5th bowler at all. Did they have 5 or 6 bowlers? No, so Stokes is going to have to bowl pretty much 10 straight, really, which is really weird. He still hasn't been used. This is strange. I think they're going to have to use a 6th bowler here. I don't know what's going on. He can't bowl 10. So they're going to have to bowl... This is weird. They're going to have to bowl Joe Root for a few overs. That's a really strange tactic. Okay, so we're a little bit slow. Labuschagne's got to 50. Let's see if in this last 15 we can get close to 300. So Stokes... Oh, Owen... I don't understand what's happened. Maybe this needs to be patched into the game a little bit because Owen Morgan has bowled 7 overs in 368 games. So maybe captain's prerogative and he's bringing himself onto bowl just like any good captain should. let's watch Owen Morgan. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be the first ever footage worldwide of Owen Morgan bowling in Cricket Captain 2020. I don't know what England are doing. He'll probably get a wicket because that's the way the game works sometimes if you go too aggressive. Owen Morgan to Maxwell, gets what he deserves. This is a really strange tactic from England. Oh, so frustrating. That shouldn't happen. Even if their aggression's turned up, that should not happen. That is rubbish. Cricket captain, sort it out. That's just trash. That is just pure trash. Yeah, that's what should happen. Smashed. Okay, and now he should only have to bowl 2 because Stokes can bowl the remaining 5. We are 4 for 198. Labuschagne going well into the 80s. Oh, gone for 94 off Wokes. I'd say it's pretty plumb. Oh, that does even plumber than Steve Smith's. Alright, and here's where Agar is handy if you've got 6 overs to go and you've still got some bowlers that can hit the ball as well. Let's watch the final 5. Let's just go easy for 1 and then we'll go hard for the last 4. Well done, Ashton. And do you play like this as well? Sometimes in the last 5, I'll just... Gee, that nearly carried to deep point. What was he doing out there? Do you go up just 1 aggression bar per over, or do you just go flat out in the last 5? Wonderful 6 from Carey. Chris Wokes bowls at the start and the end. That's an important job. So we've got 3 overs to go. Carey's going to go all out. I tend not to really like the full aggression bars because more often than not, which is realistic, they will get out without getting too many runs. But Carey's dispatched a pie from Stokes for 6 over mid-wicket. I do like how in the last few years, though, the 6 ratio has increased. I remember 6s were really rare. Even in T20 cricket, you weren't seeing many 6s. And you can see here there's 4, and that's okay in a one-day innings. But it's not uncommon to see 10 6s or more in an innings as well, especially towards the end. You're seeing a lot more 6s than you ever used to. I did have an over last year when 19 first came out, and I was playing a save. I think it was even as Ireland, and here's Morgan bowling again. Why? And I hit 5 6s in 1 over, so I'd not seen that before. Well, or since, but I have seen 4 6s in an over a few times. Like Carey 47, Agar very handy 23. Can we push this last over into the 280s or 290s? I'll cry if Morgan gets another wicket. He has as well. Oh no, he hasn't. It's in the gap. In the gap for 4. You'd think that Joe Root would bowl, and I'm glad he is getting smashed out of the park because he shouldn't be bowling. And there's a 50 for Carey. Here's the last ball, and another 6. Well done, Ashton Agar. I'm quite impressed after that slow start. I was trying to aim for close to the 300 mark. Yeah, he got what he deserved there. Wokes 3 for 76. Expensive, but 3 wickets. Wood got 1. Curran was really tidy. Morgan 1 wicket, which I'm still shaking my head over. Lots of contributions from the Australians. 17 from Warner, nothing from Finch, just 6. 36 from Steve Smith. Labuschagne anchored the innings for 94. Maxwell 38. And some really good strike rates here. 54 not out from Carey and a very handy 34 not out from Agar. It's kind of why I wanted Agar in the team because Darcy Short could have done this exact same role. However, I do want Agar to bowl just about 10 overs, maybe with a few from Maxwell. So defending 291, this is the first one-day international I've played in Cricket Captain this year. Let's get Stark. I don't know why I do that because I click back and forward because in 19, the field's always set like this. So you have to click back to get the field this way. So it's just a weird quirk I have. So I don't know why the pass says that at the start, but let's go through the first over. Can he get Jason Roy first ball? Oh, it was a pie. I don't know how that was going to be. Yeah, that's out though. That's a snick behind. On your way, Johnny Bairstow for a single. And the Duckworth-Lewis pass is 291 for some reason, which is our whole score. It's still requiring a little bit of tweaking. Now I'm trying to see... I'm still not sure if 23 would be right after 1 over. I would say maybe, even if you've lost a wicket, I don't know. But maybe 12 or 15? 23 seems very high, even with a wicket lost. But I'm glad they've introduced it in the series. I'm sure it will only get better as they go. That's LB, pitched on leg. Hitting middle from Mitchell Starc. Oh, I actually pitched on middle as well. Drew right on top in this game. That's out as well. Shell to mid-off. England in disarray. Australia all over the world champions. Labuschagne with an excellent catch. Starc has 3 for 7. He definitely can dismantle attacks. Oh, that was nearly another wicket. He is on fire, 3 for 8. And in comes Tommy Banton. How many one-dayers has he played? This is just his 4th. Very exciting T20 prospect is Tommy Banton. The clouds have come over. Will we see any rain? I don't think we will. But we are playing this in England, so I'd like to see some rain sometime, as I have never seen any one-day rain. There's Starc with another wicket bowling Tom Banton. I think he played for the Heat last season in the BBL. All right, 4 for 12 off 2.5 overs. This game has been bizarre. And that's what I love about cricket. Sometimes you just get really weird quirks, really weird things happening. Oh, who was that? Paddy Cummins has dropped Joe Root. Who's out there? Josh Hazlewood. Yeah, not the best fielder, Josh Hazlewood. Solid for a big guy, but, he's definitely someone you want to have. You want to try and look after in the field a little bit. Unlike Paddy Cummins, who is an absolute gun. There's Cummins. He snicked off Stokes. 5 for 49 for England. Apologies if you like the score the other way round, 49 for 5. I just can't have it round the other way. It's just too difficult for me. That's how I've grown up, and having the score the other way is just weird. I'm going to save Starc because he has bowled 5, and we'll just push the field out just to keep a hold of the runs. I think we've still got Root and Butler, and then you've still got Wokes as well. So I'm not saying this game is in the bag. When I played my IPL save as the Royal Challengers Bangalore, there were lots of games I thought were in the bag with a big score, and as run rate seemed to be climbing all the time, no score is safe. So hopefully these two can just keep the score down, look to get a wicket. There's an excellent bowl from Zampa. He's bowled Joe Root. Just like Joe Root's brother did to me. Billy Root bowled me many years ago when I played cricket in England. Not professionally, I'm not that good, but just local cricket. And I was a lot younger, and so was he. And he does play professionally as well. I've forgotten which county he plays for, but he doesn't play for Yorkshire. Okay, Hazlewood and Zampa. Continue them on for 5 each, and then we'll get Agar in for a little bowl. LBW, Wokes is gone. Be nice for Hazlewood to get a wicket. There he is, got Tom Curran out. Last over from Zampa. Probably should get Starc back in as well. Let's give Agar, poor Agar, let's make sure he gets an over after he batted so well. Gee, not a great match from England's perspective. They're going to go 1 down in this 3-match series. 6 for Starc. Oh no, he only had 4. I thought he had 5 wickets already. Well, he's only got 4. Okay. Has he got a 6 for before? I think he has. Where am I looking? 1 day is 6 for 28. What's he on now? Ooh, he could get his best figures. Let's just get a very aggressive field to Mark Wood. Is it his best figures? Oh, he has! Best figures for Mitchell Starc, 6 for 26. On fire. He's cleaned up the English top order. Chipped in with 2 at the end. Comprehensive victory from Australia. I did not expect this. England are usually quite difficult to play. No resistance there apart from a little smash from Wokes and a couple of 20s elsewhere. Stark the Star, 6 for 26, career best figures, 1 each for Cummins and Hazelwood, 2 for Zampa. Poor Agar just gets the 1 over. Huge victory by 124 runs. Stark's the man of the match. Labuschagne a great 94. Carey 54 not out. Wow, that was impressive by Australia. Generally find that the strongest form, Australia's strongest format, are test matches in the game, and one day is a little bit harder, and T20s are kind of the hardest to win. Well, why would you change the team after that performance? I think let's just bat again if we get the chance. Have they swapped anyone? I think they're going with the same 11 as well, England are. And let's get on to the second one-day game. So if you're enjoying this video, I'd appreciate just a quick like down the bottom or a quick comment. Any comment at all, I love to read. Someone told me some interesting facts about the IPL on the other video. So anything you would like to chat to me about, go for it. Okay, Warner and Finch. Let's start pretty aggressively. Sorry, I forgot I'm going to have the highlights on for the first 10 overs. And sorry if I've been clicking close to the mic. I haven't realized it was so close. I know the clicking can be a little bit annoying, and you have the soothing tone of my voice. Great start. 10 off the first over. I think we should be aiming, that's Plum. I think we should be aiming for about 300 again. I'd be pretty happy with anything over 270. Gee, I thought that was going to be LB. Lovely flick through to the leg side. Steve Smith special. And how do you bat in the power play? Do you try and get as many runs as possible? Are you happy being 1 for 50? Do you try and be really aggressive while the field's up and get 70 or 80 runs? Do you try and get a little bit of a mixture of both? I tend to like to leave wickets in hand, but every now and again I'll just try and go for it at the start of the innings. I'll tell you what, if we win this match, I'll go really hard if I bat first in the third ODI. Alright, let's creep up a little. Oops, I forgot to turn the highlights off. Doesn't matter, that's a beautiful shot from Smith. 37 off 30, Finch 23 off 33. Interesting that they're keeping these two on. Yeah, I don't really like when the computer does this as well, because it pretty much never in a one-day international would you bowl your 2 seamers. I mean, they're bowling, and his stamina meter is gone, so if I did that, he would get injured. So they're actually bowling they bowled 9 each to start, so that's a little bit weird. Maybe that could be tweaked in a little patch there. Cricket Captain, if you are watching, I do love the game. I'm trying not to complain. I'm just trying to suggest little tweaks to make the game even better. It is an awesome game. I've played it for 15 years. I wouldn't be playing it now and online if I didn't love the game. I absolutely do. But just like everything in life, we can always improve. I'm always aiming to improve all the time, even with my YouTube channel. In comes Stokes again. I wonder if he'll bowl his 10, or they'll get Morgan to bowl again. 78 for Finch. So even when I started my YouTube channel, I didn't know how to do a YouTube thumbnail. I didn't know how to tag videos properly. I didn't even know very much at all, really, and I've just learnt along the way over these past 3.5 months. Well, there's Finch out for 85. So that's why I have a lot of videos on my channel, and some of the early ones didn't have very many views because I was just learning what I was doing, and that's okay. Also, I didn't have a mic either, so I think it's been a lot better since I've had a microphone, because people don't really want to watch gameplay if there's no commentary. Generally, they may as well just play. Okay, 33 overs 4 for 185. I'm going to just tone Carey down a little bit, and Maxwell, I don't know why they're so high. I'm getting a bit distracted. Alright, I think Stokes, and again this is unrealistic because I don't think Stokes would be able to bowl 10 overs in a row. Whoops, not yet. Let's do another 5. Maxwell and Carey. The run rate could climb very quickly. I'm just going to ease Agar in for 3. Oh, Maxwell gets a 50, gets out. All right, let's go with this. And we are 6 down, so if we can get over 300, I'll be happy. I know we've got Agar and the bowlers in, but they should be able to get a few runs. That's a really, really handy shot for 4. So that's an excellent over of 13. Let's go. Let's get Stark to pump one. Beautiful work from Agar. He's really justifying his selection as he gets bowled. That happens so often. I think in the IPL save, I put the jinx on everybody. Every time I said they were going well, they got out. Every single time. And then people I wasn't rating, they were doing pretty well. Okay, 3 overs to go. Stark's been in a long time for this too. He can't get a boundary. I'm just happy with whatever my bowlers can contribute now. Anything over 300. Have we got? We've got 2 overs to go. Stark's barely been able to put bat on ball. Thanks, Paddy Cummins. He's a handy guy to have at number 9. You could probably bat at 8. You could switch the 2. I think in real life Cummins now bats at 8 because his batting's developed a little bit and Stark's batting has just stagnated slightly. I think it was a little bit better a few years ago. Got a 99 against India in a test match. And we're scoring, I think he's got about 10 test 50s. Where is it? Oh, that is fantastic. He does. 10 test 50s, average of 22, but... Oh, he did average 27 last year. Yeah, it's gone okay. I think maybe in the one day as his batting has suffered a little bit. Look, just averaging 9 last year. And for some reason in one match they made him bat number 3. Okay, we've got Zampa and Hazelwood. Zampa's probably a little bit better than that, but he's just going to swing hard. A little edge. Final ball. And Zampa's out, but it doesn't matter. Pretty good score. 313 to defend. Finch 85, excellent anchoring at the top of the innings. Smith 60, Labuschagne 30, Maxwell a rapid 55 off 32. Carey impressed, Agar chipped in and a little bit there. 3 for Curran, 3 for Stokes, although he was a bit expensive, but he did bowl at the death. Okay, I should be confident after last game, but England probably want to rebound and put a big win on the board. So it would actually be more exciting for the series if they do win. But if they don't win, I might go very hard if I bat first. So when I was talking about the DLS, that changed from 5 to 30 with that ball. So it is interesting. It's quite hard to research DLS because it's not all the formulas aren't really readily available. Well, they are a little bit more than they used to. It used to just be hidden away only for cricket games. And now you can use a few apps on the internet to find some things out if you need to. There's Cummins. He's got 3 wickets very quickly. Last game it was Stark's turn. This time it's Paddy Cummins. He's on fire. I don't know why Stark's around there for. Oh, it's a no ball and a drop. It's all happening. It's all happening here, as Tony Gregg would say, or Bill Laurie would say. It's all happening here at the MCG. The tension, the drama, the buzz, the atmosphere. Listen to the 12th Man on Spotify. It's amazing. If you've never listened to it before, absolutely fantastic. Okay, here's Hazelwood. Still can't believe I've got through this many videos without a got him, yes. Which I do exclaim at the TV very often. Okay, England a little bit behind the DLS. Forgot to take Paddy Cummins off there because I'm too busy waffling away to you. Sometimes it's hard to concentrate. Sometimes I get into a nice rhythm and I'm concentrating and talking. Other times I'm talking and I'm not concentrating. So if you're at school, it is hard to concentrate when you are talking. Although maybe when you're older, you might be a streamer and you will need to talk and concentrate at the same time. As Zampa gets 2 in the over, Roy was looking dangerous. He scored that 180 against Australia. Here it is. I was very upset that day. I think Australia batted first and put 300 plus on the board, and then Roy just came out and destroyed Australia with 180, and it was a brutal innings. Okay, Hazelwood's probably his turn for a wicket. England, a little bit disappointed with England's batting performance in this series. They are the world champions. However, I was disappointed with Australia because in the World Cup they played so well until they lost to South Africa in the last game, ruined their momentum, played England instead of playing New Zealand, and then just played a terrible match in the semi-final against England. Just played the worst match they'd played in 6 months. Okay, we need Agar to bowl well. Zampa's going for a few. I'm not writing off England just yet. Ben Stokes, the nemesis, helped England win that test match. And just as I was pushing him again, he is out, caught and bowled. So it looks like we should just wrap up the tail. It's a long way to get 150 with just 4 wickets left. Oh, that looked close. It looked out, but it wasn't given out. Wish they had third umpire as well. That would be a cool feature for cricket captain to have. So if you looked that closely, they could go to a third umpire and show he was in or out. And it doesn't have to be ultra realistic. It could just be like those old cricket games, like Super International Cricket, where there'd be a graphic for if they were in and a graphic for if they were out. So I think that would be interesting. I'm just smiling, remembering Super International Cricket. How's that? How's that? How's that? How's that? How's that? If you've ever played it, you know what I mean. Zampa's going for a few. I'm gonna bring Stark and Cummins back on. 120. I might just give one to Maxwell. He's gonna bowl around and wide. I might give him a second one. Excellent from Stark. Alright, I was getting a little bit worried. Alright, let's get Cummins back on. There can be some big chases as well, and sometimes you get your score chased down really quickly as well. I've seen some screenshots online and posted in the Childish Things forums about big scores in one day as getting chased in 38, 39 overs. So the batsmen are going really hard to get the runs. They'll generally get all out in about the 40th over chasing, which looks to be the case here, instead of nurdling closer to the target. Alright, I might give Hazelwood a bowl, and I was going to take Cummins off, but I'd like him to get a 5-wicket haul. There you go, Wood snicked it behind. There were a few moments there where I was feeling a bit worried, so if you see not the conditions, what did I click that for? Match analysis, so they were really far ahead, but lost too many wickets. We'll have a look at the scorecards to finish. Australia 9 for 313. Curran and Stokes with 3 each. England all out 244 off 36.1. Butler and Root with 50s each. Pat Cummins 5 for 49. Zampa was expensive, 3 for 64 from just 7, but did take 3 wickets. I am a little bit worried about Agar's bowling moving forward. Okay, third match, which will be the end of the video. So we'll try and skip through a little bit quicker. And can we give anybody else a go? It is a spinning wicket. How's everyone gone so far? Agar hasn't got a wicket. Hazelwood's just got 1. So I might give Nathan Lyon a go here, just to see how he goes. And batting's been okay. I might, for this match, just put Carey at 5, just to give him more of a go if needed. England have changed their lineup. You can go current comp, I think it's the same. They've brought in Ollie Pope instead of Tom Banton, And Adil Rashid has come in for Mark Wood. And we've brought in Lion for Hazelwood. Not the best pitch to go in and smash, but let's give it a go. This could end very badly. But your ratings here, it does every match, so they still matter. But here we've already got the series win, so this match really is a bit of a dead rubber. So let's go in. Let's go in quite aggressively, and that's out, and see if we can get a really big score, or we may get out really cheaply. I'm going to have bars. The pitch by Smith, don't snick that. So despite having the bars high, still only going at just over 5 and over. But occasionally what will happen is you'll get one big over of 16 runs if your aggression is so high. So this could be the over here. Oh no, only 11. Still a good over. Oh, there's a little snick. That's a bit of a shame. Okay, Labuschagne. He's going to come in. He's going to go hard. That's a very aggressive shot. There's like a cut down the ground. Smith just looks so good. Even in a video game, he looks good. It's just glorious to watch him bat. Oh, there's a lofted drive over the offside for 6. I could watch that all day. And it's just a game. Labuschagne gets in on the action. Another 6 in the first 10. Another 6 down the ground. This is the over I was talking about. The big over. And plum LBW, pitched on leg. So 19 runs and a wicket from the Archer over. And we're still not at 10, so I still have to bat aggressively as per my made-up restrictions I put on myself. My self-imposed restrictions of being aggressive. That's out. Nope, didn't snick it. So this is where Carey, I'm just going to nudge that down because, oh no, it's only the 9th over. Smith's nearly got a 50 in the first 10 overs. In fact, he has. He's got a 50 inside 10 overs. Steve Smith, raised the bat. I hate when they don't show the actual batsman who scores the 50. He needs a little box over here raising his bat. And a 6 from Carey. So three for 87 from the first 10. Both bowlers have been pumped, and for some reason they're going to stay on again. I'm just going to nudge them down 1, otherwise we might get out very quickly. Alright, let's skip through here. Curran's still going for plenty. Alright, Agar's just going to be not too aggressive. Smith's doing an excellent job. Out for 88. Gee, Mitch Stark's in. Oh dear. Alright, this isn't great. We might just bat slowly, although it's not going to help if we don't have many wickets left. This is the problem if you do bat too aggressively. Let's just try and get to the end. But yeah, 216, not great. Rashid 4 wickets. So let's see if we can defend that. So that's a good challenge. Stark with, Tommy Banton was playing. Who did they get rid of? Besto. Well, that's interesting. So Banton moved up to open. I didn't notice that before. I just noticed his spot down here had been taken. So didn't help him as he got out for a duck. Still haven't seen any rain. This must be the best English summer of all time. Still haven't seen one. Alright, here's Cummins. I do tend to bowl my opening bowlers 5 each. It's just what I like to do. There's another wicket from Stark. He's got 2. So I think, again, the way I've seen this game be played so far, England will either get... I don't think England are going to bat past the 40th over. They'll either be all out or they will have the score by then. So that can alter your tactics. I do really wish I had another seamer here to make use of the conditions, but I don't. So I'm just going to have to go with Zampa and Lion and see how they go. He's never really played much one-day cricket, Lion. I think maybe 10 or 12 games. Oh no, he's got 30 games, but an average of 46. So a lot of times people wonder where Nathan Lyon is in the one-day side. He just has never really managed to bring it all together. And I think as well, not being a batter doesn't help either. Even though Zampa's batting at 10 in this team, he's quite a handy batter. All right, let's get Agar in. And I might squeeze a few in for Maxwell as well. Yeah, go on, let's go for it. Just give Maxwell a couple. Hopefully tidy overs. Yeah, I do like that. I'm going to save that. And I'm going to get Cummins and Stark to bowl 3 each here, because they need wickets. Otherwise, this game will just trickle along to a conclusion. Yeah, I think this is going to be England's game, but that's okay. Definitely now. Alright, let's get Agar back on. Oh dear. Alright, 5 to win. Let's bowl Labuschagne and Smith at the end. Do you know, let's get the field in. Why not? There we go, just 2. So a little bit disappointing to finish, but I did try and bat very aggressively. Smith's 88 was really the only highlight. Rashid took 4. Morgan and Butler, huge partnership of 162. Got England home, and Australia win the series 2-1. So we have a look at the world records, not the world records, but the world ratings. Test matches, Australia are currently 5th. In one-day internationals, Australia are 3rd. And in T20s, Australia are 3rd as well. Let's have a quick look at who are our top-ranked players. Ollie Pope, Labuschagne. Where's Joe Burns? He got that double 100. One-dayers, Fernando, Andrew Balbirnie from Ireland, Nichols, Darrich. We haven't played many. And T20s, Williamson, Pereira. Let's have a quick look at the bowlers. Kemar Roach. He had such a great career resurgence. I remember him hitting Ricky Ponting in the face in 2005. And then he seemed to disappear for about 6 or 7 years. And he really came back. If you look last year, nope, there's not many there. But the year before, 37 wickets at 18. So he absolutely came back into elite test match form out of nowhere. One day as Southie Stark Santner, Feliqueo. I probably butchered that. I think it's Pefliqueo. Apologies for getting that wrong if you are watching in from South Africa. And Cummins, Henry, Zampa, Neesham, the top bowlers in the T20 format. Okay, my next video will be 3 one-day internationals against Zimbabwe. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and see you soon. Thanks for watching.